Hi, everyone who's out on Facebook Live. My name is Ashley Odom, and I'm the Director of Talent for KIPP St. Louis Public Schools. I'm excited to talk to you guys today about what it's like to work and be a part of the KIPP St. Louis team and family. I've got a short presentation that I'll go through that just kind of gives our overview, our history, and then highlights some of the key benefits of working at KIPP, as well as how to apply and what positions we are currently seeking. So I'll go ahead and get started. First, KIPP is part of a national network of open enrollment public charter schools that have been around for over 25 years. First started in Houston, Texas, expanded to New York City, and then has really expanded across the country over the last 25 years. It's one of the strongest and first networks of charter schools that really came about, and we are really proud to be a part of this network that provides a lot of additional supports, as well as a strong mission and vision for what great education should look like. And so within the KIPP network, we offer tuition-free public charter schools. We're open to all students, and KIPP is united by that common mission and vision. We have grown and learned because we're one of the youngest KIPP regions across the country. We've been able to learn from our KIPP cousins across the country about what great school structures, curriculum, and supports look like, and really being able to be connected to that larger community has been a huge advantage for us as we've been a part of the St. Louis community. Just to share a little bit about what KIPP's overall vision is. Our vision is that every child grows up free to create the future they want for themselves and their communities. Really looking at like how can we position our students and empower them to be their very best selves, whatever that pathway, whether college, career, or giving back to their community can look like. And within that, our overall mission is that together with families and communities, we create joyful, academically excellent schools that prepare students with the skills and confidence to pursue the paths they choose, college, career, and beyond, so they can lead fulfilling lives and build more than just a world, a more just world. And so at KIPP St. Louis, we were founded about 10 years ago, and we currently, for the 2021 school year, we will educate about 2,500 students in grades pre-K through 12. And we're really excited because we've done a slow growth model over time, and this will be the first year that we will have 12th grade, as well as we're adding a small cohort of pre-K students at one of our new elementary schools. And so the first year that we'll really be able to service students in all grade levels across the pre-K through 12 curriculum. So our students come from
Ashley, just want to clarify, are we supposed to be seeing a screen? Because we see your desktop right now.
Sorry, you should be seeing my screen. Yep.
Just want to make sure.
Okay, thank you. Sorry, let me go back here. It's showing that. Try that again. Okay,
there we
can
go.
you see the PowerPoint? Okay,
yep.
Okay, great. Sorry about that. You guys missed the first couple slides. Apologies. But so as I was saying, that KIPP, all of our students are within the city of St. Louis, and they come from every zip code across the city. We have 6 schools, and we just opened our 6th school this past school year, and they feed all into our KIPP St. Louis High School. And the other really neat thing about KIPP St. Louis is that we actually support our students all the way to and through college and career. And so we have a dedicated team, our KIPP through college team, that actually supports over 550 alumni that are in college and career fields here in St. Louis, as well as all across the country. So just a little bit about the background of our students. 100% of our students qualify for free and reduced lunch. 98% of our students identify as African American or Latino or Latinx, and about between 11 to 14%, depending on the school, of our students receive special education services. So we really try to be in communities where there aren't strong educational outcomes, and to be able to provide extraordinary services for students within the city of St. Louis. A couple other things to just note about our history. So we were first started in 2009 at KIPP Inspire Academy Middle School. This was our founding middle school, and actually the school that I had the pleasure of being a founding teacher at. We do a slow growth model, and so when we first opened KIPP Inspire, it started with just 5th grade. Over the next 4 years, we added a grade level each year until we were K through 8. I'm sorry, 5 through 8. And then at that time, we decided to grow down and add our first elementary school, which was KIPP Victory Academy, which is located in the West End neighborhood, just kind of north and east of the Loop. KIPP Victory is now a full-grown K through 4 elementary school. After that, we decided to grow, continue to grow, and so we added an additional elementary school, KIPP Wisdom Academy, which can be found in the Peabody neighborhood, right near Lafayette Square, and then KIPP Triumph Academy, another 5th through 8th grade middle school that is located in the College Hill neighborhood at Highway 70 in Adelaide. All 4 of these schools are now full grown in terms of the grade levels that they serve. And then after that, we realized that our alums were going off to a variety of different high schools around the St. Louis metropolitan area. And we were supporting them through our KIPP Through College program, but we wanted to be able to provide even stronger educational supports for our alumni. And so we decided to launch KIPP St. Louis High School 3 years ago. It is going to be celebrating its first full grown year in the 2021 school year. It'll be a 9th through 12th high school and providing a strong college prep curriculum. And then this past year, we founded our 6th school, KIPP Wonder Academy. KIPP Wonder is currently, this past year, just served kindergarten students. Next year, it will be pre-K through 1st grade. And we're really excited to see that they'll be entering a new building in the Marine Villa neighborhood later this summer to launch for this next school year. So again, KIPP St. Louis has 6 schools across the St. Louis area. Okay, and so you can see kind of the locations of our various schools, and we're really excited to be able to continue to grow. Once KIPP Wonder is full grown, it'll be a pre-K through 4 building, and at that time we'll be educating around 3,300 students and over 800 alumni across the St. Louis area. Another thing to highlight about KIPP St. Louis, we are really fortunate to be sponsored by Washington University in St. Louis. They're our charter sponsor, and they've just been instrumental not only in our establishment in the St. Louis area, but also in our growth. They provide a lot of wonderful supports like many charter sponsors do. Of course, their guidance around our federal and state laws and regulations, curriculum support, college access programming for our high school and college-age students. We get weekly tutoring for our students through the Each One Teach One program. Practicum students from the Brown School of Social Work come and work at each of our campuses, and they do a lot of service projects throughout the year. And so we're really fortunate to have such a wonderful institution being our charter sponsor at KIPP St. Louis. A couple of the things that make KIPP unique are our operating principles. We have 5 pillars, and I'll just briefly talk about each one of them. So the first one is high expectations. We profoundly believe that students, staff, and families should all be held to high expectations in terms of what students can achieve. And we really believe in helping to build up our students, create a affirming environment while also holding them to a high bar of academics and excellence. And we do that for our staff as well. We also focus on character. We have 8 character traits that we focus on across our curriculum. That's really all about ensuring students, we know that academics is one portion of the puzzle in terms of going on to lead a choice-filled life, but we know that character is another really important part, and so we implement that into the day-to-day lives of our students. We also really believe in highly effective teachers and leaders. We provide a ton of professional development for our teachers and leaders across KIPP St. Louis, and so what that will look like, every teacher, really every staff member has a coach or a manager that observes them on a weekly basis and provides direct coaching and feedback onto their day-to-day work. So if you're a teacher in a classroom, it's classroom observations and then following up with a one-on-one conversation about what you're doing really well and where are there areas of growth, and providing you with those resources and tools to help you grow as an educator, whether it be pedagogy, classroom management, new tips and tricks for engaging students. There's a variety of things that our coaches coach on. We also do professional development on a weekly basis as a whole school. And then about every 6 weeks, we have a professional development day built in to the school year to provide, on the ground professional development so that teachers can take that work back and start to implement it in the classroom right away. We also are connected to the National KIPP Foundation, and so many of our teachers and leaders take advantage of being able to go to professional developments across the country that KIPP provide, whether it's visiting another KIPP school to see best practices or engaging in some of the specific professional development opportunities that they have through the various fellowships and leadership opportunities. And then when you walk into a KIPP school, there's definitely things that you'll notice. It's a safe, structured, and nurturing environment. We really believe on providing structure for our students so they know what to expect on a day-to-day basis, that they understand what is expected of them and they're held to those expectations. At the same time, creating a culturally affirming classroom, nurturing them as young individuals and helping them grow. And so we do have a lot of school-wide systems and structures in place, and this really allows our teachers to focus on teaching and supporting students in their classroom and not having to always think about how to create a new system or a new routine, because many of those things are really set for our KIPP teachers and provided for them. And then lastly, as I mentioned before, our KIPP Through College program. So KIPP Through College is a set of about 5 counselors who work directly with our high school and college age students. They do everything from FAFSA workshops, ACT prep, college match meetings, which means taking a look at what are their stretch schools, what are their gold schools, what are their safety schools, helping them to apply to schools. Once they're in college or career, ensuring that they're staying on, on that pathway, or if they need additional supports, whether it be counseling, housing, financial aid, really trying to figure out how we can best support those students so that they can persist to and through college and career. So those are a little bit about the pillars. And then just a couple other things to shout out about KIPP. So this is just a quick alumni spotlight. So the student on the left, her name is Deja Wood. She was part of our founding class in 2009, our first group of 5th graders, and she's currently entering her senior year at Duke University. She's a phenomenal young woman who has really taken advantage of not only her skills and talents, but also the things that KIPP has been able to offer. We have helped support her get into many great programs, including a DC Fellowship program where she was an intern on Capitol Hill, along with 15 other KIPP students from across the country. She's also been has been awarded multiple scholarships, some through the KIPP Foundation and some through outside sources. And we're really excited to see about her progress. She's a phenomenal young woman and just a great story of one of our founding staff, our students. On the right is a student who is not on the college pathway, but is now a part of a program called Empower. Empower is a great technology internship apprenticeship that allows students to get to learn coding and technical skills and then be placed in an internship. And so he is actually working at BJC in their technology department through this internship. And so it just shows that while not every pathway is the same for students, we really want to be able to provide a strong academic and character foundation to allow students to go on to lead choice-filled lives. And then lastly, I'll just highlight, just a couple of things about applying to KIPP. So our application is all online. You can find it at kippstl.org/apply. There's a 4-step process for the majority of our roles, which include an initial application, includes a couple questions, demographic information, an upload of a resume and cover letter. After that, you'll be invited to participate in a video interview. That's the first initial interview with one of our talent recruiters. After that, candidates who kind of meet that initial bar of what we're looking for in that role are invited to complete either performance task or move to final interview round. And right now, due to the COVID response, we are doing everything virtually. So you can do all of these steps from your home. And we're really trying during this time to also give you multiple pieces of information about KIPP so that you can learn what it's like, since we can't actually take you in to meet our students and see our schools at this time. Here's a list. This is not exhaustive. There are more positions on the website, but here are a few of the roles that we are hiring for right now. We were looking for special education teachers for particularly our high school, a middle school math teacher, We do have a few, they're smaller numbers, so if you're elementary, please get your application in soon, but lead elementary role and then fellow. Fellow are for individuals who are newer to teaching and are working alongside or co-teaching with a lead teacher. Speech language pathology, a certified occupational therapist assistant, and then facilities manager. Again, these are just a few of the positions that we're hiring for right now. There's a couple more that you can find, as well as paraprofessional, a couple more that you can find online. And then on the right side of the screen, you'll see just a few of the great benefits at KIPP. We offer competitive benefits and salary. We have a fantastic healthcare program, which is health, vision, and dental. That's a zero cost, zero deductible plan that you can opt into. KIPP pays 100% of the cost for their staff members. We also have great retirement benefits. I'm sorry, you're going to hear my kiddo in the background. We also offer great retirement benefits to the city. Sorry. Flexible spending accounts, a lot of great things that we're happy to talk with you. So I'm going to pause, put myself on mute, and then see if there's any questions.
Great. Thank you so much for sharing. You pretty much covered most. I will have Ashley's contact information and website information on where to apply on the next slide once we're done with this. So if they wanted to apply, they would just go to, again, I'll repeat it, kippstl.org /apply, correct?
Yes,
and,
yes, and you can find it all on our website. It'll say join the team, and you can read about our benefits, our salary schedules, all of those things online as well.
Perfect, and I will share this with any registrants. Here's a question. Now my phone's ringing. Question coming in. Do you have any, maybe, what are the top 3 reasons that you find teachers love working at KIPP? Oh, you're on mute.
Sorry. Yep. Yeah. So I think a couple things. One, I've been a part of the KIPP staff for 10 years now, and every staff member who works at KIPP, our job is challenging. This work is really important. And every individual is really committed to the success of our students. And I think that shared vision and that shared commitment, it's awesome to be around people who really share that vision every single day. I think secondly, the amount of professional development and coaching that we provide is a huge asset. You learn so much as a KIPP teacher that you're able to add to your toolkit as a professional, whether that's just in the classroom as a teacher or in other positions as well. So I think our really strong eye for professional development and coaching is huge. And then I would say that every individual that works at our organization has a really close friend that they've made at KIPP. It's a place where people like to be around each other. They hang out outside of work. They love that camaraderie. And I think that is, really, really speaks to the staff at KIPP. And then I'll add in one last thing. It's awesome to be a part of an organization where I can look back at my 5th graders that I taught, 8, 9, 10 years ago, and I know where they are. I know what colleges they're at, what programs they're in, because our KIPP Through College program stays connected with them. And not a lot of spaces can say that they really track and stay with all their students. And our alumni love to come back and be a part of the KIPP team and family. And many of them are interning with us this summer and doing other things as well. So I think that's another huge advantage.
Great. Well, thank you so much for sharing. I don't believe we have any further questions, so I'll let you go. And I will have Ashley's contact information and the website on how to apply next. So thank you so much, and I hope you're staying safe and healthy.